Hey everybody, my name is Kris Castro, and I help Christian women business owners stuck in a repetitive loop of disappointment or frustration to shift out of their labyrinth of expectations, unmet expectations, into a place where their hopes and dreams become a reality. I was reading today in Exodus, and the verse I want to focus on today is Exodus 6:1, but I want to backtrack. Earlier in the story, Moses sees the burning bush and he walks over to it, and God has this conversation with him. And God tells him that, he sees his people suffering, he sees the things that are going on in the oppression, he's heard their cries, and now he's ready to do something about it. And so he asks Moses to kind of take point as the leader and go set his people free. And, as we all know, Moses has this conversation. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I can't speak. And so, God gets a little frustrated with Moses because, God is God. When he says something, he actually means what he says. And he's going to give you everything you need. But often as humans, we can't or aren't at a place yet where we can trust God for that. So he partners God up with Aaron and they go to the people. The people believe, they're excited, they're finally going to be delivered. And Moses goes to talk to Pharaoh. And what does Pharaoh do? Because God warns Moses that Pharaoh, he's going to harden Pharaoh's heart. And by hardening it, it doesn't mean that God is usurping his free will. It really means that he knows Pharaoh's reaction. He already knows Pharaoh's going to be annoyed and not believe and not do anything. So he's just speeding up the process. That's really what hardening means, that he's speeding up what's already going to happen. And so Pharaoh does what God says, which is, nope, I am not going to set your people free. And not only that, I'm going to make life worse for them. So he makes life worse for them. He takes away the straw that they were making their bricks from. And now the people are frustrated and annoyed. And Moses is basically saying in a later conversation with God, like, I don't quite understand. Like, you told me that things were going to be moving along, and why aren't they moving along? And the verse that I'm focusing on, Exodus 6:1, says this. God says to Moses, now you will see what I am doing to Pharaoh. With a mighty hand, he will send them off. With force, he will drive them from the land. And the word now is what I want to focus on. Now means God's now. In my own experience, God has made a ton of promises to me, and he's shown me things and said things to me. But when I don't surrender the timing and my expectations of how it should look to him, I get disappointed, frustrating, and sometimes angry. And that's on me. That's not on God. That's on me, because he never gave me the time frame. He just gave me the concepts or what he's going to do for me. And if I really trusted God and I really believed that God was God, I would be okay with the delay, not happy about it, but surrendered and okay with it. That inner peace of confidence in who God is. And that's a human thing. We all go through that. And so as 2021 begins and the world around us in our own various circumstances might look quite different than what God has said to us, I want you to be at peace. And I want you to trust that God is going to do what he said to you. If you've had it confirmed, if you have gone through the testing process and the surrender process of trusting in him, just trust it's going to happen and position yourself to receive the promise. And that's the thing, is Moses and the people of Israel had to position themselves to receive the promise. They didn't have to understand, because as we all know, Proverbs 3:5 and 6, talks about trust not in your own understanding, trust in the Lord. And that's kind of a guideline for this faith walk that we all have with the Lord. We have to trust that he is God. And sometimes he's going to be an out of the box God and do things in an out of the box way that we never would have expected. Sometimes we don't even want him to do it that way, but he chooses to. But the end result is in alignment with this process, even if our expectations of what that promise looked like to us didn't quite turn out as possible. So take a minute and really, in your own personal circumstances, just sit down with the Lord and ask the Lord for the ability to surrender in a deeper way, to trust him in a deeper way, and to believe who he is in a deeper way. Now, that prayer comes with growth opportunities. So pray that only if you're ready for the challenges that are going to come your way to help you get there, because I had to go through those challenges myself when I prayed that. But pray it. It's probably the most dangerous but best prayer you'll ever make, especially as a business leader, as a leader in a family, or just living your own life, leading your own life. It's well worth it. And so here's my offer to you. For those of you who are in a place as to where you want to position yourself for everything the Lord has for you, I've got a program called Reset, which is a digital video series. And it comes just with the video series or with a little coaching, either way. But I'm going to put a link in this post and you can check it out. And I would love to have an opportunity to walk alongside you, either through just the digital teaching or through the coaching piece, to be able to help you position yourself for 2021. So that's pretty much it for me. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Otherwise, blessings to you. Have a great year. And make sure to hold on to Exodus 6:1 rather than Exodus 5 or before as your promise, because the Lord is going to come through for you. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.